Hi guys. So I was thinking of something that happened to me a while back, like a long time ago. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to tell this story because it's kind of funny and not at the same time. It's kind of crazy. It's like a crazy ex type story or whatever. So, anyway, so when I was about 15, I was dating this guy named Quentin. That's his real name, and I don't care. But yeah, I was dating this guy named Quentin, and we dated or whatever, and we kind of fell for each other pretty quick. He was 19, I think. No, what the hell am I talking about? He was 17. What the hell am I talking about? He was 17, and he went to a different school than me. I went to a charter school, private school, whatever you want to call it. It was a charter school. And he went to public school. And at this time, I had a cell phone or whatever. He lived down the street from me, like literally down the block from me. And, you know, sometime when I get out of school, I would go to his house. You know, we'd chill, watch TV, stuff like that. And what am I getting at? I can't even remember. Anyway, so, you know, I'm going to just skip. Me and him broke up. We broke up because he was very jealous, very possessive, and he was very stalkerish. He used to follow me places and stuff like that. So there was one incident where I was going to go to the library with a friend of mine, and we were supposed to go, but it started hailing that day, and it hardly ever hails over here. And it hailed that day, and I got hit in the head with a piece of ice. So we ended up not going. I went in the house, went to sleep. I did not think to call him or anything like that or whatever, because I had told him I was going to go to the library. He takes it upon himself to go to the library. He does not see me there, so he's all crazy. He comes to my house and he's asking my friend, where am I at? Where is Harriet? Where is Harriet? Harriet lied to me. She lied to me. And he was Bahamian. He had a very strong Bahamian accent. And it took me a while to understand him, which is pretty funny. But it took me a while to understand him. But I got a good sense of everything that he said. So he's, you know, yelling at my friend, oh, Harriet lied to me. She lied to me. She lied to me. And da 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 da. He comes to my house, and I was asleep. And the thing about me, when I'm jolted up from my sleep, I don't like that. I get very upset. And he started, you didn't have to lie to me. You didn't have to lie. And I didn't even explain to him what had happened with the situation, why we never went to the library. So I started going off. I don't give a damn. I don't give a fuck. Just go. Go. I don't care. I don't care. Just go. And you didn't have to lie. You didn't have to lie. You didn't have to lie. And he just kept repeating that over and over. And I was just like, oh my God, like, what did I get myself into? Fast forward, we get back together. And it's Valentine's Day, right? So it's Valentine's Day, and he wanted to take me out and all that. I don't even know. I don't know who that is. I'm not answering. Anyway, so he wanted to take me out or whatever to make up for everything. So he's like, oh, if you don't have fun on this date, I'll leave you alone and you'll never have to worry about me again and da 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 da. So I'm like, okay, all right, all right. So we go to the movies, and while we're waiting, no, hold up, I'm skipping. Sorry, he had just got a new car, right? A new car. So while we're getting in the car does not want to start. The engine, the battery was dead. The car would not start. So we had to catch the bus. And when we were waiting to catch the bus ended up being an hour and a half late. So we get on the bus. We're already agitated because we had to get on the bus, you know, blah, blah, blah. But I'm still trying to make light of the situation. You know, I'm trying to keep him happy and things like that. So while we're on the bus, it was a group of dudes on there, and one of them was looking at me, like staring at me. So Quentin goes, what the fuck is he looking at? What are you looking at? You got a problem? Is something wrong? Why are you looking at my girl? And I'm like, you know, don't worry about it. It's fine. And the dude started laughing. Oh, you think that's fucking funny? You think that's fucking funny? I'm like, oh my God, Quentin, really, just stop. That is very, like, unattractive. Stop. So then I'm trying to calm him down from the situation on the bus. So we get to the mall and we're walking to the movie theater. So while we're waiting in line, right, there was this lesbian couple in front of us. Knew they were lesbians, you know, they were holding hands, kissing, you know. I knew they were lesbians or whatever. So Quentin looks at me, he sizes me, and he goes, you look like a slut. Why you got your breasts all out? And I was like, what? And he's like, your breasts are all out. You look like a slut. And I was like, I look like a slut? Nah, let me tell you what I had on. I had on jeans. I had a shirt on that was a V-neck shirt, but I had a jacket over that, and the jacket was zipped up, like midway zipped up. And I've always had a big chest, so it's kind of hard for me to hide my chest, you know, so it was zipped up or whatever. And he was, you got your breasts all out, and my hair was down, kind of like how it is now, but it was down, and it was like covering my breast, so you couldn't really see anything. I had a jacket on, I had on long jeans, couldn't see nothing. But apparently I looked like a slut. So the girls in front of us were like, what did he say? You know, they're sitting here like quiet, listening to me and him argue. Then one of them's like, she's beautiful. She doesn't look like a slut. She's beautiful. She's covered. She's beautiful. And so he's like, mind your business. You know, this ain't got nothing to do with you. You know, he's going on and on, arguing with this lady. And I'm just like, okay, stop, please. So we go into the line or whatever. And the guy who I bought the tickets from, you know, because I was standing in the line or whatever. And the guy who we were getting the tickets from, he was, you know, looking kind of funny or whatever. So he goes, oh, that you know him? That's your friend? And I was like, really, Quentin? Like, I don't know this dude. Oh, I'm just asking, the way he's looking at you like you know him or something. And I was like, no, I don't know him. No. So I'm just thinking back on that day, like it was so fucking hilarious. Anyway, it wasn't hilarious when it was happening. So the movie didn't start until about 9:08, I think, and we were there. It was about like 8 something, like 8. It was 8 something. So he was like, let's sit in a movie until our movie start. We saw Deliver Us from Eva. And I was like, I don't want to do that because, security was pulling people out of the movie theater. And I didn't want to be one of those people. So I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. So he's like, I'm going to go sit in the movie. So he went and sat in the movie theater, and I sat out waiting. So I called my mom to let her know, because I'm 15, okay? I called my mom, and I was like, well, Mom, the movie don't start till about 9:08, and it's about an hour and a half long. So, I'm just letting you know it's going to be starting kind of late. And so she was like, okay, it's fine. And I was like, all right. He comes soon as I'm hanging up the phone. Who you talking to? You was talking to some nigga? You was talking to your boyfriend? Huh? You here with me and you calling other people? Da, 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 da. And I was like, that was my mom. Like, it was my mom. I was telling her what time the movie start, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, right. Let me see your phone. So he takes my phone and looks and saw that I actually did call my mom. And he's like, I'm gonna check the number. And he checked the phone number, right? And he was trying to see if it was my mom's number. And I was like, are you serious right now? And so he was like, I'm just trying to see. I don't want to be made no fool of. And I was like, like just quiet the whole time, right? And I was very naive when I was 15. And, all those signs that he was a bad guy kept coming up. And I just was like, he just having a bad day, whatever. So we didn't date that long. We didn't date that long. So we get to the movie. The movie started. We're in the movie theater. He wants to hold me. And I'm not really in no I want you to hold me type of mood because he's been an asshole the entire date. He gets upset and pushes me because I didn't want him to hold me. He pushes me. So I was like, are you serious? Like, really? You push me? Really? And he's like, whatever. Whatever. You ain't gonna do shit. And I was like, so I sat there. I said, you know what? I wanted to see this movie. I'm going to see this movie and I'm going to fucking leave, right? Saw the movie. We're walking out. It was a good movie. We're walking out. It was by like freaking 11 o'clock, I think. The mall was closed, almost 12, I think, or something like that. No, it was about 11 o'clock. About 11 o'clock. A little after 11. We missed the last bus to go home. Since we missed the last bus, we had to walk. We started to walk. I did not want to call my mom for some reason. I wished I had called her at that point because when I told her what happened, she was like, you should have called me. I wouldn't have took him home, So, anyway, we start to walk home. We get in another argument. And I said, you know what, Quentin? I'm so sick of you. I'm sick of this shit that you do. I'm tired of it. I'm leaving. Goodbye. So I ain't really have no place to go, but I was walking away from him, and we walked on opposite sides of the highway. So I didn't talk to him. He didn't talk to me or nothing. And he was ahead of me, but he took a break. I did not want to take a break. I was like, I have to go home. I want to get home. I'm not taking no break. I'm just going to walk the full fucking way home. I ain't taking no break, right? So he sat on the bench. He sat on the bench, and he looked at me when I passed, and I just acted like I didn't see him, and I just kept walking. I'm like, I gotta get home, gotta get home, gotta get home. So I called my best friend at the time, Tay, which, you know, was my boyfriend at one point. But he was my best friend at the time, and I called him. He didn't answer the phone, so I had to walk because I didn't want to call my mom. So I'm walking and walking and walking, and then he gets home before me, and I was so tired. I think the walk that I did was at least 5 or 6 miles, probably a little more than that, because I had to walk from the back area of the mall to my house. That was about 5 or 6 miles. And I was just like so done. I was so tired. I was like, I'm almost home. I can't wait. I got by his house first. He gets on a bike and comes up to me and starts talking shit. And I was just like, you know, like doing this, like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't have nothing to say. I'm just doing this. And I just kept walking, and I get home. It was about 1:30 in the morning. And I was just like I just passed out. I was so tired. I passed out. The next day, he comes to my house, banging on the windows, banging on the front door. Harriet, I know you in there. Harriet, I know you in there. He's going off, and I'm just like, so my stepdad comes and is like, oh, Quentin's here. I was like, tell him I'm not here. And so he goes, oh, she not here. Oh, you tell her that I got these gifts, and if she don't want them, I'm gonna take the shit back to the store. And I was like, this motherfucker's crazy. So he oh my god, okay. He leaves and comes back about an hour later doing the same shit. Calling my phone. Bang, he come to my house, bang on the windows. I don't answer. He leave, call my phone, bang. And this went on for hours, okay? And I finally answered the phone when he called, and I said, what? Why you ignoring me? I know you at home. I know you're home. Why are you ignoring me? You know, just going off. And I said, I can't do this no more. I cannot be with you. I can't do this. What do you mean? I can't do this. You have problems. I can't do this. Leave me alone, please. I don't want to talk to you. I'm done. We're done. So fast forward, because it just goes on and on. Fast forward. I give him one more chance. This was the last straw for me. This was the last straw. I give him one more chance. And I'm at the house, right? At his house. I just got out of school. My phone was on vibrate because I just got out of school. My mom was calling me, and he went out of the room. He went to the bathroom. I'm hearing my phone vibrate. So I'm like, oh, I forgot to take my phone off vibrate. So I get my phone. I missed the call before I could, before I could answer it. I missed the call, and it was my mom. So he come back in the room. Who was that? And I said, it was my... Didn't even get a chance to finish what I said because that pussy ass motherfucker punched me in my face. He hit me so hard in my face, like I was some dude on the street who owed him some money, or I was some dude who fucked his wife. He hit me so fucking hard in my face that I kind of lost sight of where I was at for a second. And all I heard him say when he punched me in my face, always fucking talking to niggas. Always talking to niggas. And I kind of just like, the shit was just rolling in my head. I was like, this motherfucker just hit me in the face. He just hit me in my goddamn face. It just kept going on in a circle, and I was dazed. I was like, it felt like I was dreaming. I was like, did this motherfucker just hit you in the face? And so the next thing I know, I grabbed the first thing next to me, which was a lamp, and I bust him over the head with the lamp. And he just was shocked. He was like, I said, are you out of your mother? I started going off. I grabbed everything. I grabbed a drawer, threw the drawer at him, because he had these little tiny, like treasure drawers or whatever you want to call them. And I took one and I started throwing it. I was, oh my God. And he's, baby, I'm sorry. Baby, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. Baby, I'm so sorry. And so I went out of the room to get a knife. His mom came in the house. I was about to stab this motherfucker. I'm not even bullshitting you. I went black. I saw red. I was about to stab him. I was going to go to jail that day. The way he punched me in my face, I just did not hear it. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't hear it. That nigga was going to die that day. So his mom comes in just as I'm about to go and stab him. I picked the biggest fucking knife I could find. What's going on? What is going on? And so he goes, I hit her. I didn't mean to, but I hit her. And so his mom, she's like, what the fuck you mean you hit her? And she starts smacking him. I taught you better than that. You don't hit no girl in my house. And I just was like, and I dropped the knife. Like, I was in shock. I dropped the knife and I left. I said, I can't fucking do this shit, right? So I left. So fast forward, I don't talk to him. I broke up with him. I did not return any of his phone calls. That was it for me. Fast forward, okay? Fast forward, I start dating someone else named Greg. And, me and Greg are dating or whatever. And then I'm getting stalked by Quentin. So one day I was going to school one morning, and I usually left the house like around 6 o'clock to catch the bus. This one day I knew I was going to be late, but I went outside and I felt like I was forgetting something, like something, you just get that feeling like you're leaving something. So I'm like, did I leave my keys? What did I leave? So I'm going in the house, searching in my room for something that I think I left. My throat is getting dry. I'm searching in my room for something that I think I left, and a couple of minutes go by. I don't see it, and I'm just like, I don't know. So I leave my house, walk up the street, and I go to the stop sign. And my bus stop is on the right-hand side, and on the left-hand side is another intersection. So I get to the stop sign, and I look on the left, and at the end of the intersection, I see Quentin. But I just was like, ugh, like I just ignored him. Turned and walked towards my bus. So as I'm walking, he turns. I guess he turns around and sees me. So he starts running, and I'm just walking towards my bus stop. I'm not paying any attention to him, right? Walking towards my bus stop. And I hear feet stomping on the sidewalk behind me. Harriet, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. And I turn around, and he had this big ass motherfucking machete in his hand, and I hauled ass. I was a motherfucking track star that day, okay? I was faster than Usain Bolt, okay? I ran my motherfucking ass up the street. My bus was coming up because I had missed the bus because I was late, and my bus driver saw me, saw what was happening, stopped the bus. He stopped the bus, and I ran. He opened the door and closed it right after. Then he's banging on the door. Open the motherfucking door. Open the fucking door. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, he's crazy. He is crazy. Like, that's all I kept saying. What is wrong with him? He's crazy. He's crazy. So I get a restraining order on him. So months later, I'm still being stalked. But, this point, I was still with Greg, and Greg got invited to a party across the street from my house, which is so ironic. And he got invited to this party across the street from my house. So I come home. I'm in the house. My mom and my stepdad comes home, and they're like, they won the lottery or something, and they can't find the ticket. So we're scourging the house for this ticket. I don't know if they won or they had some numbers or something. I don't know, but we never found the ticket. But I'm looking for this ticket, and Greg comes, and he's like, hey, and I'm like, what you doing here? Oh, I got invited to a party across the street from here, so I figure I'd come and stop by. He comes, we're talking and everything, and then he leaves. When he leaves, I'm outside in my mom's car looking for a ticket. So while I'm in the car, the door is open. I hear the grass moving around behind me, so I turn around. Who do I see on a bicycle? Quentin. So I saw him. I closed the door and I locked myself in the car. I just want to talk to you. I'm not going to do anything. I just want to talk to you. I just want to talk. And I'm just like, fuck that. No, nigga, no, no. So Greg comes back, and they exchange some words. I don't know what Greg came back for. He said he just felt like he had to come back for something. And they exchanged words. He knew who he was. He had seen a picture of him, so he knew who he was. And next thing I know, they start scrapping. And the scrap I'm talking about, like, they was scrapping like it was the most brutal fight I have ever seen in my life. Like blood, you know, spit, saliva. It was very bloody. Then the police came and they was about to take Greg to jail. And I told them, no, that is my boyfriend. He was protecting me. I have a restraining order against this one, and he was protecting me. So, you know, they didn't take him to jail or whatever. They took Quentin to jail, and that was the last time I heard from him. And yeah, that is my crazy ex story, and hope you got a laugh or something out of it. But I figured it would make a good video. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.